Hello, and thank you for listening in to this webinar. We are excited to share information about the Duke Endowment's 2021-22 Fellowship, and we hope this answers a few of your questions about the program. My name is Jerry Krentz, and I am the Associate Director of Communications as well as the Fellowship Supervisor. To start, we wanted to give you a little background about the Duke Endowment. The Endowment is a private foundation in Charlotte, North Carolina that was established in 1924 by James B. Duke, a philanthropist and industrialist. Mr. Duke founded Duke Energy, which is now one of the world's largest power companies, and his family also founded Duke University. The Duke Endowment is his philanthropic trust, and although it shares a name with Duke University and Duke Energy, we are all separate organizations. As a private philanthropic trust, the Duke Endowment awards grants to organizations in North Carolina and South Carolina in the areas of healthcare, child and family well-being, rural United Methodist churches, and higher education. Back at the turn of the century, Mr. Duke had a bold vision for strengthening North Carolina and South Carolina by focusing his philanthropy on organizations that nurture children, promote health, educate minds, and enrich spirits. The Duke Endowment, established with an initial gift of $40 million, brought his idea to reality. North Carolina and South Carolina were poor rural states in the 1920s. And with so many others who lived here, poverty and hardship had defined Mr. Duke's childhood. After he became a successful business leader, he wanted to use his profits from tobacco, railways, textiles, and hydroelectric power to bolster the two states during the Great Industrial Age. Although he had little formal schooling himself, Mr. Duke recognized the transforming power of higher education. In North Carolina, a percentage of the endowment's annual income goes to Duke University, Johnson C. Smith, and Davidson College, along with Furman University in South Carolina. He also set aside resources to promote health and wellness by improving access to care. He provided for organizations that help vulnerable children. And growing up as a Methodist, he supported rural United Methodist churches and their leaders. At a time when Jim Crow laws enforced racial segregation across the South, Mr. Duke wanted the Duke Endowment to serve all people, regardless of race. After his death in 1925, he left an additional $67 million to the endowment. Our offices are in Charlotte in the Dilworth neighborhood, which is about 2 miles from uptown. We have 45 staff members. We have all been working remotely during COVID-19, but during normal times, we enjoy eating lunch together in the break room, working outside in the courtyard, and taking wellness breaks at the YMCA just up the street. We also have a small employee workout room and shower facilities in our building. And now I'll turn it over to Michelle Monceau, our current fellow, who will tell you more about the fellowship.
Everyone, and thanks for your interest. I began working at the endowment in June 2020 after graduating from Davidson College. You can read my bio on the staff page of our website. The endowment's one-year fellowship program was designed to provide hands-on experience in the philanthropic sector. Fellows have an opportunity to further develop their skills while completing a significant project and contributing in a meaningful way to the nonprofit sector. Working alongside a project lead and meeting regularly with the fellowship advisor, the fellow receives mentoring, coaching, and professional development. The Duke Endowment is committed to building a culture of learning and continuous improvement, and as a valued member of the team, the fellow joins staff in educational training opportunities throughout the year. During my year at the endowment, I have been focusing on the endowment's summer literacy initiative. Launched in 2012 to help rural churches provide a summer learning intervention, the program is showing promising results in helping early readers avoid learning loss over the school break. Long-term plans include conducting a rigorous impact evaluation and potentially replicating the model to help struggling readers in rural areas across the state. I have been responsible for serving as a primary point of contact for grantees, assisting in data visualization with our evaluations team, and producing reports and informational materials for ongoing use in the initiative. I've also had opportunities to learn more about philanthropy's role in strengthening communities in need, preparing community books for our trustees, and reviewing grant proposals. I'm based in the Rural Church Program Area with Rob Webb, the Program Area's Director, Ann Marturgis, our Program Analyst, and Trina McClure, our Senior Administrative Specialist. My project lead is Kristen Richardson Frick, Rural Church's Associate Director, and I'll turn this over to her now to explain a bit more about the 2021-22 project.
Thank you, Michelle. My name is Kristen Richardson Frick, and I have been leading the Endowment's Summer Literacy Initiative for about 8 years. As Jerry said earlier, the Duke family had strong ties to the Methodist Church, and they believe that rural churches are very important to their communities. United Methodist churches have deep roots across North Carolina and continue to play pivotal roles within rural towns. In addition to being centers of weekly worship, baptisms, weddings, and funerals, these churches are home to community events, food pantries, child enrichment programs, health ministries, and many more vital community service programs. By developing rural United Methodist churches and supporting their clergy leaders, the Rural Church Program Area aims to expand church outreach across North Carolina and to help churches better help their communities. As part of that work, we launched our Summer Literacy Initiative in 2012. It was designed by one of our former fellows who worked previously as a Teach for America teacher in rural North Carolina. She knew that if students aren't learning during the summer, they can lose ground academically. And once children fall back, the gap in achievement can grow with each year. So we're working with rural United Methodist churches in North Carolina to combat learning loss in their communities' children through evidence-informed summer literacy camps for rising first through third graders. We hope to improve literacy outcomes for children who are at risk of reading failure and to encourage churches to play a meaningful and effective role in helping children and families around them. Since we started the program, 15 rural congregations in 15 different counties have participated. 13 of them held camps in 2020, either virtually or in person, despite the COVID-19 pandemic. And as in previous years, students served by the summer literacy programs made statistically significant improvements in their literacy skills. And they also saw positive changes in their attitudes and motivation around reading. We're excited that the Endowment's 2021 to 2022 fellow will be able to focus on the Summer Literacy Initiative, continuing the substantial work that Michelle has done in helping us to build a network of learners and to improve the program. The role offers opportunities to work collaboratively and to build research and data analytics skills. Applicants must demonstrate interest and experience in the social sector and nonprofit work, and have a bachelor's degree from one of the Duke Endowment's 4 beneficiary schools, Davidson College, Duke University, Furman University, and Johnson C. Smith University. Desired knowledge and skills include strong interpersonal skills, the ability to learn and listen and synthesize information, good writing and presentation skills, the ability to research public resources and to integrate and analyze data, and the ability to meet deadlines and take initiative to pursue work, to assist others, and to resolve issues.
Michelle, Kristen, and I want to thank you again for your interest in our fellowship program. As Kristen said, we are excited about this opportunity and we're looking forward to interviewing applicants for the 2021-22 position. As a reminder, the fellowship is a 1-year full-time minimum of 35 hours per week paid position from June 2021 through June 2022. Moderate travel is anticipating pending containment of COVID-19. Benefits include life, medical, and dental insurance and participation in the endowment's 401k plan.
We are planning to conduct phone interviews with our semifinalists on February 25th and Zoom interviews with finalists on March 16th. You'll find lots more information in the fellowship section on our website, but if you have any questions, please feel free to email me at mmonceau@tde.org. Thank you again for spending your time with us.